Hello and welcome to the dermatoscope reviews by PCDS. This time I'm going to be reviewing the Opticlar Compact scope. As ever, these reviews are just reviewing the equipment. If you want to learn how to use it and how to interpret what you see, please do come along to one of our dermoscopy for absolute beginners courses, and you can look up when those are available at www.pcds.org.uk. So the Opticlar Compact dermatoscope is here. This is the piece of equipment, and I will just show you how it works. So first of all, on this side, we can see there is an on-off switch, and there's a switch here that has a little mark next to it that looks like a camera. So the on-off switch is the one to press to turn it on. You have to press and keep your finger on it to turn it on. If you just press it, it doesn't come straight on. So that's how to turn it on. How to focus it, we can twist this bit here, and we can take it further away and closer like that. And when it's about there, so where this black marker is, that's going to be it focused perfectly to take a photo. So that's the focusing of it. Switching between those is very simple. You can just do that with your thumb by flicking it across like this. And to attach a camera to it, this is what I'm going to show you next. I'll just turn it off. And so here's a phone that I'm going to attach, and here is the universal adapter. And I literally pop it on the back there. And as you can see, I'm just lining it up. So this bit will tighten up to hold it on. And then this little arm here, I can line up over the camera and tighten it up. So now I've got it ready to take a picture. So I'm going to put it onto the camera mode here, and I can see I haven't got it perfectly lined up. So I'm just going to adjust it so I've got that in the middle of the picture there. There we go. And I will turn that on. And let's take a picture of this ruler. So here's the adapter. The magnet attaches on there like that. I can put it in, and then we can see the picture there. Now this is the clever bit with this one. To take a picture, I can either press there, as I normally would on my camera to take a picture, or indeed I can zoom in first to do it. But the other thing I can do is I can press that little camera button on the side. So if I press the camera button on the side, I'll just focus it, press the camera button on the side, and that is attached by Bluetooth to the phone to take a picture. Now that is quite a handy thing to have. However, it's worth pointing out that it only works when it's in the phone mode on your phone, and it does not work when you use it in an app such as Pando, which is how I take all of my photos. Because then I don't have to worry about transferring them or data protection issues with getting them off the phone and onto the computer. The other thing to say is that when it comes to removing it from this, it's a bit fiddly. It's quite stiff and tight. And so this bit here can sometimes get stuck in the adapter. Sometimes get stuck in the dermatoscope, and so it can be quite tricky to remove it once you've taken your picture using that. The end plate on this comes off magnetically, attaches magnetically, and will come on and off magnetically. You can get a small contact end plate like that, which again just goes on magnetically, and you can also get disposable end plates which will just clip on like that so that you can use them, and that will work with polarized dermoscopy and non-polarized dermoscopy, so that you can use it for mucous membranes and bleeding lesions where you don't want to mess up your scope, and where for hygiene purposes you can then just dispose of that one. Couple of extra things to say about this one though, and one of the problems that people have had with this is it doesn't retain its charge very well. So if you charge it up fully and then leave it for a day or two, it's going to lose its charge completely. And because of that, if you get one of these, it is absolutely vital that you also get one of these, which is the desk charging unit, and keep it in there. Now, if you just put it in there like that, I don't know if you can see there are no lights on, so it hasn't attached properly. You need to press it down so that the lights come on, and that will show you that it is now charging. That's very important. It's quite easy to put it in there without it recharging. And that can be an issue if you're sharing it amongst the practice, for example, with other people, where they may not put it back in the charger properly. So that's your Opticlar Compact dermatoscope. It doesn't come with a case as standard, but you can get various cases to put it in. And in terms of size and comfort and ease of use, it's a perfectly good and easy scope to use. It has very good optics and it doesn't distort at the edges, and you can see bright white lines very nicely. And the charger, although I would recommend always having one of these, that is just a micro USB charger port in there, and so it can be charged up with your ordinary mobile phone charger if you have one with you, which is very handy because it means you're never going to be without a charger. In terms of other magnetic adapters, if you happen to have one of the Dermlite universal adapters, that will work on this scope. However, it tends to slip and slide. So this, for example, is a Dermlite adapter on an iPhone. If we put it on, it will attach, but it will sometimes slip and slide on it. And the other thing to say when you've got a magnetic adapter, when you've got a phone attached to it magnetically, is that when you turn this, so if you're changing the alignment of the phone, the thing, it is going to be altering the focus. I don't know if you can see that very easily, but as I move that, it's altering the focus and pulling this out. I can demonstrate it a bit more there so you can see it changes the focus of it. And that can be quite annoying if you are trying to take pictures with it. But it's a decent scope and absolutely fine, and I don't have any hesitations really in recommending it, apart from that little niggle about this bit not attaching very easily. And of course the camera button working with Bluetooth on an ordinary phone is quite nice, but having said that, it doesn't work with the apps that we have to use, which is a bit of a shame. So that is the Opticlar Compact dermatoscope that I've just been demonstrating there. And as always, of course, if you want to learn how to interpret what you see and how to use them in more detail, then do come along to one of our Dermoscopy for Absolute Beginners courses that you can access by looking at pcds.org.uk, and hopefully I will see you at one of those.